Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business edition. And if you need a website for your business, consider looking at A2 Hosting. If you need somebody to build your website, hey, reach out to me. I do actually do that professionally. So anyway, the link there is on the screen if you are in need of a web hosting. The reason I like A2, they give you free SSL support through Let's Encrypt through their control panel. And the longer duration you buy up front, the cheaper the system gets. So with that, let's go ahead and dive right on into our business news of the day. And first up, Amazon. I had to switch to this weird website, Prime Patriot. No, never heard of that, but the Business Insider kept on trying to lock me out after I was reading the article last night. So we'll go with this one instead. Amazon's latest union-busting tech, Heatmaps monitoring Whole Foods. Originally, I read that headline, and I'm like, are they actually monitoring in the house where people are congregating? Well, like in the store where people are congregating? No, what they're doing is they're looking at a variety of different overlapping data models, trying to predict where the next unionization is going to be. They're looking at things like economic status. They're looking at paid time off, time taken. They're looking at the race, the gender of the employees. A lot of different issues, and they're applying all this to giant heat maps and assigning a score to each one of the Whole Food stores. And the Whole Food stores that have the highest ratings are monitored more closely for potential union type activity. So of course they had the training video leaked out to try and teach the managers how to bust and kick out the people wanting to be unionizers. So they're basically utilizing these heat maps to indicate where the highest risk of things going. Really, do we really need all the political advertising on there? I don't know, but anyway, like I said, I wanted to use the Business Insider article on this. It was definitely from a more neutral place, and they kept on locking me out. So interesting story though. Whole Foods, Amazon, definitely against unions and utilizing heat maps and things to prevent that. All right. Thank you, TechSpot. Google. Oh, boy. Apple got their card. Google's like, we need a card, too. Now, this is a debit card, not a credit card. So it ties into personal checking accounts. So now Google can just get even more data. Remember, guys, Google and Facebook already have about 70% of credit card transactions are already filtered and passed up to Google and Facebook for the purpose of monitoring how effective the ads are. This is why you don't use credit cards unless you absolutely have to, and you generally will only use it for emergency things. Don't go to the grocery store or the gas station or anything like this, because what they'll end up doing is you go in, you swipe the card, and even what you buy is now being tracked by the credit cards and the debit cards and things like this. And this information goes back, and they're able to actually see how effective the ads are. So they know they fed you an ad. Now they're tracking if they want it, they're tracking if you eventually bought that even offline somewhere. So it's a means to track even the offline spending. Well, now with Google having its own debit card, the ability for them to track is infinitely greater. So here, look at this. Oh, you can hold the card to the reader because I'm a normie, and I'm just tap it so easy, guys. By the way, if you have one of these close contact, you just tap it. It's so convenient. For like $30 in an afternoon, a hacker can put together a little part, carry that thing around in his backpack, and harvest thousands of numbers a day. Kind of funny. So anyway, look at this. Look at how terrifying this is. Oh, look at this. You went in here, you bought a $52.25 at the Nike store in San Francisco at this specific location on the map. Here's the various other things that are kind of like it that you bought. Oh, look at this. You must have taken your Mac computer with you to a Starbucks and spent $7.89 on coffee. I hope you were buying for a family of 5. For the love. Oh, you went to the Gap, you went to Nike, and this, people, is why America's broke. All right, but look at the amount of data that Google has. Oh, is this do you recognize this transaction? Oh, this is awesome. This is all being sold to you as this is so much more secure. No, this is downright terrifying, people. Run, people, run in terror, run out of the gates of hell, people. Google is after our transactions. This is crazy. Don't get this crap. This is insane. Oh boy, Sonos launches its own streaming radio service. So, as if we didn't already have enough choices for what we're listening to on streaming, now we have a Sonos streaming system now as well. That's exciting. It at least is free. I was not able to determine if it's collecting a lot of data. Probably I wasn't able to determine the amount of ads and stuff. But basically now as you set up your Sonos speaker, you have the Sonos Radio, the Amazon Alexa, order me a unicorn meat confirmed, or Apple Music or Spotify. It is a free service, so that's a decent thing. Don't know much more about it, and the article was extraordinarily slim on its information. But anyway, for you guys with Sonos speakers, if they haven't bricked themselves, you can go ahead and do that. Oh boy, and on to, is this really it? Wait, hold on a second. This story is not supposed to be here. This story's supposed to be down here. I didn't get things in the right order. Why are things not in the right order? All right, we'll cover these guys here. All right, Walmart is selling its on-demand video service Vudu to Fandango. Wow. It's I don't know. So Vudu, if you remember Vudu, you used to, I think the first couple movies, may I have a trip down nostalgia, down early tech when streaming services were just kind of coming online. I remember you'd go to the store and buy a movie and it'd be like, this comes with digital copy. And you'd go on, and at the time, I think it was, what was it? I forget the name of the service it was at that time, but you'd go in and you'd create the account, and then, you could actually basically stream the movies that you bought back to your own device. I remember getting this. I had the Hunger Games or whatever in there, and I could sit down and watch Hunger Games on the iPad, and then I'm like, why? There is no use case scenario for this. What is going on? I'm in my own house. If I'm in my own house and we go over there, I get maybe if I take the iPad with me somewhere and have Wi-Fi. I guess that's the use case scenario. I can watch a few of my digital movies there. So Vudu was originally picked up a couple years ago by Walmart. Now Walmart is selling it out to Fandango. And so I guess if you are a Vudu customer, that might mean something for you. It is being sold for an undisclosed sum, or hey, Sam Waller's going to come by and whack out your kneecaps if you tell anyone. Video service today reaches more than 100 million living room devices. So in theory, I think I may still have an account over there from back in them normie days when I actually tried that out. I might have 2 or 3 movies over there, One of the Hunger Games, and I don't know, something else. But that's that. So that's being sold over to Fandango. Oh boy. And let's see. Google and Facebook must pay media for content reuse, says Australia. So I think Vince sent this one over. And this follows on, I think it was France was the other company, I think, that did this. I can't remember for sure. But another company, or a country was doing this, not company, country was doing this. And so basically they're saying that if people would go on to, search something, and then Google would display the information with a link back to the article. Well, they're saying now that Google, for doing that, is going to have to pay the articles to do that. See, if Google just went back to being a search engine, when you typed in a search term and you got a brief meta description summary of the article and clicked on it, they wouldn't have a problem, but they reached for more and more and more and more and more and more. And it ended up happening that they bit off so much more they can chew that now a couple countries are telling Google, no, you got to pay for those news clips now. Which is kind of, I imagine this is not going to go well for the various news media outlets, because if Google just says, all right, we just won't do anything in there, then they completely drastically drop in searchability. And that in and of itself is a whole lot bigger problem than feeding the first paragraph of the article into Google. So anyway, that's an interesting take. Let me know your thoughts on all that. And on to our feature story. Windows 10 releases yet another update that deletes files and causes blue screen of deaths. They didn't, somebody had some good numbers, a good comment in the statistics, or in the, let me try that again. Somebody had a good comment down in the comment section about the statistics about this. Is this like 1%, 5%, 50%? But if it's KB4549951, if you installed that, it very well possibly could destroy the files in your system and wreak havoc on your bootability of your computer. Your PC ran into problems. All right, so in addition to the major issues, other users reported files being deleted or moved to other folders following the update. That's exciting. Update disaster, delete files. Like, why? Why does Windows keep messing with the files? Like, I can understand if you throw a file directly in the C root because you're an old hat like me and that's where you used to put stuff. But man, if it's in the core system files that's designed for your documents and your desktop and your videos and your music, why is Windows messing with those folders at all? Really? So anyway, but this guy's system automatically updated on 19th of April. Lost some important Word files of the university and a folder. Have looked in the temporary files. Tried to uninstall the update, but they do not appear. So another angry Windows user. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. And I don't know if there's anything about it. And this is where the really good comment was. Anecdotal observation here, but I haven't heard a single issue with any other updates. I'd love to know the actual sample size of people experiencing the issues. If it were greater than 5%, that would be really bad. If it's 0.5%, that's within range of margin, almost like something else running around in the world. We're talking about the millions of PC and hardware configurations out there, not that it makes any less sucky for those affected, but still. So yeah, we don't know exactly how many or what percentages. We don't know, and I haven't been able to find that information out. Definitely a valid question, though. But still, we have more updates going out that are completely killing your systems. So anyway, that is our business news for the day. Leave some likes, leave some comments, leave me some subscribes, and we will catch you guys next time.